This time on Low Boost, we melt some metal, sandblast some shit, and make some progress on the new rear end for our E36 Turbo LS swap. So I made a trip out to Valencia, or the middle of nowhere, to visit my buddy Mike. He's got an E36 M3 with a 64, 66 turbo on it. We'll show you that in a second. But he had this lying around, and this is a rear end off of an E36 328i that I'm gonna sandblast and refinish it, and we're gonna redo it to make it a better rear end for the E36 Turbo LS swap. You've seen other videos at the track on my YouTube channel. You've seen this thing blow down the straightaway. So he turns it down to 9 PSI for track days, but on the street he keeps it at probably like 15 PSI. I don't know, but my guess is it makes at least 500 to 550 at the wheels. The thing is just
not that much, not that much.
Yeah, see, he's being nice and modest. He's got the nice headlights though. I got to get myself a set of those for my E36, but this car is fantastic. I love this thing. Got it back home. Gonna take it all apart, sandblast the parts, gonna get new bushings and everything. I already have a decent enough drive shaft to get it to work. Now I just gotta find a 210mm differential out of like an old school 7 Series BMW E34, E28, I think, or it could be even maybe an E38. The large case differential to work in this thing. They sell a kit that bolts up to that subframe there. Probably gonna use this subframe, it's in better shape. Then we can get cracking on painting the bumper on this, doing the rear spoiler, and then we start putting the rear end in that. So we got a sandblaster over here. My dad and my mom actually been kind of fixing it up and making it work. So needed some remodeling inside there, but just a light refreshing to it. But this is what we're gonna use to sandblast everything that you see in the bed of this truck, and it should look pretty good. So make sure you guys stay up to date and stay tuned and see how the progress on this thing goes. So now we got this back at the shop. We're gonna keep a couple of things on this, sandblast everything, clean it up nice. This rear differential and these axles are not gonna be able to handle the kind of power that we wanna make with the GMW back there. They'll snap if I launch it hard at 500 horsepower, and we're hoping to make over 700. So we're gonna reinforce the subframe, reinforce underneath the car, and then I'm gonna try to look for they call it a 210mm differential that's out of an E32 750, the old V8s or V12s. Those can handle 1,000 horsepower. It's just a matter of finding those. Then we're gonna send the axles out to get reinforced to be able to handle 1,000 horsepower.
This episode is brought to you by Extreme Powerhouse. Whether you have an Audi, a BMW, a Ford Mustang, check them out. They have a lot of great performance parts, and if you guys go on their website and use my coupon code LOWBOOST, you'll get access to some extra special discounts. So make sure you guys visit them, and the next time you buy a performance part, make sure it's with Extreme Powerhouse and use the coupon code LOWBOOST, all one word.
Well, since I couldn't get the axle nut off, the brakes are actually seized up on there, so I can't actually rotate the axle to take these off. But you can actually get these reverse hex nuts off all the way around. You just got to slowly kind of work your way around if you can't rotate the axle, but they will come off. Also, these trailing arms off of the 328i that this car came off of are different than the M3 ones. I will have to get the M3 trailing arms in order to get the M3 axles to work. But the rumor is I can still use the 328i brakes, which are smaller than the M3 brakes, which will make it easier for me to fit a 15-inch tire on the back. This is what you call an open differential on these. So as the drive shaft spins, the transfer case moves, but the problem is only one will spin at a time. So the way to tell if it's an open differential, if one spins, if I turn this way, this should also be turning in the same direction. That's how you tell it's an open differential. So we call that a one-tire fire in the driving community because you can have all the power in the world, but if you can't put it down to both wheels, what difference does it make? Some people will weld the splines together to make it a welded differential, which I'm thinking about doing right now in the GMW. But you lose some drivability going around turns. It's kind of sketchy a little bit. So getting a real limited slip differential is the best way to go. It's cool that we got this all taken apart. Not really going to use this one. We're going to get a beefier one. This one will grenade if I launch it hard. So. So, just winding up the carnage here. Really wish we could make this thing work, but they just don't hold the power. So, this subframe is just not as good a shape as the one that we ended up sandblasting here. And this had an M3 stamp on it. I don't know if the M3 ones are stronger. But next up is we gotta burn these out or cut them out, get new bushings. I'm gonna order the Rally Road diff kit, which we're gonna weld on the bracing for it, and then we can put the 210 diff on there. I'm sourcing one, so if you guys know where one is, let me know, because I'd like to try to find a 210 diff. Then we're gonna reuse these, and I'm gonna get new lower control arms. They sell adjustable ones. I might not even put the sway bar in because we want the car to hook even better. Let me know what you guys think about removing a sway bar and just leaving it out, or getting a different one. Or if you know of a sway bar that is actually softer than an M3 one, that'll help for traction out of the hole. So I want to try to salvage the old axles for these, even though I'm going to get M3 ones to get sent out. The M3 axles actually have stronger cages, and the whole CV joint itself is actually stronger. So the drive shaft shop won't take a 325 or a 328i axle to get rebuilt. You have to actually send them an M3 axle. And because of that, that means I need to get M3 hubs and M3 trailing arms. So that's what's going on next for that. And you know, right now the car, the salt is almost off the roads. Hopefully we can get it tuned soon. Car runs and drives great. The Holly Terminator is fantastic. Then we're gonna do some stuff where we're gonna paint the front bumper, and I got an M3 spoiler we're gonna put on the back too. So that's what's gonna happen next on this. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Other stuff we're working on at the garage. This is the exhaust for the C5 Corvette. We're gonna weld cutouts to that. That way I can go to the track and not get kicked out, but also be loud and rowdy when I want to. We got an LS1 and a T56 out of a 99 Firebird. We're gonna start working on that when we're done with the truck. And we're gonna put that in this. This is a 1970 Camaro Super Sport. Originally a 396 car. And that's gonna get worked on when we're done with this. This is a truck, 1953 Ford F100 pickup truck. We're in the middle of doing all the restoration on that. All these body panels that you see here is actually the front and the bed of the truck, and that's gonna go all on there when we're all done with it. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all these projects. So in the back of the car now, you could see the axle. That's the 325 axle. That one's even smaller than the 328. So I'm definitely gonna snap these suckers. Let's take a look here. You can even see these half shafts. They're thicker here. So these are actually even better than the ones that are in there now. So, but the ones we're gonna put in are gonna be even thicker than that. Wait and see. I want you guys to know that even during this crazy time in America and across the world, I'm still gonna try to crank out a video for you guys every week. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the content on the channel, especially if you guys don't have anything else to do and you're sitting at home or on the crapper. You know, get out there, maintain some social distance, enjoy nature. Just know you can't get coronavirus if you're just driving around in your car. So keep that in mind. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.